Hello Internet! Today's video is for those who want to start turning and are looking for a mini or a midi lathe. Therefore, I will show a review of my mini lathe and related wood turning projects after 2 years using this lathe. We will also look at the possibilities and the limitations of this kind of machine. In recent years, a number of manufacturers released various versions of mini or midi lathes. Initially they were used by pen turners and model makers. But over the years they have grown in size and can be used for a wide range of woodworking techniques. This machine is very similar to many other machines in this price segment, but with some specific attributes. Today, a typical mini lathe has a swing range up to 12 inch, which is about 30 centimeters, and up to 20 inches of capacity between the centers, which is about 50 centimeters. A typical example of this type of machine is the Holzmann D460 FXL. This is an inexpensive lathe that is manufactured and assembled in China for Holzmann and is therefore very comparable to other machines in the €300 or $350 price range. When I looked at the product description, I noticed the extra large center height above the machine bed, with the center height of about 153 millimeters above the machine bed and the tool gap between the centers of 457 millimeters. This allowed me to turn larger diameter workpieces, of course limited by the power and the stability of the machine. But with this size I could turn blades and bolts and of course also smaller workpieces like rings, bottle openers, wooden eggs, sculptures, candlesticks and so on. I will show various examples later on in the video. The machine has a 3-stage spindle speed, depending on the setting of the belt gear, with a range of 650 to 1450 RPM in the first setting, 1250 to 2800 RPM in the second setting, and 1600 to 3800 RPM in the third setting. The higher speeds are used for small workpieces like rings and pens. Here is the overview of the parameters of the machine. The machine comes with the typical long and short tool rest, a faceplate and a live center. So everything you need to start to turn your first projects. The spindle has a standard M33 threading that can be used with a wide variety of additional machine accessories, such as a 4-jaw chuck, for example. The tailstock can accommodate MK2 or MT2 compatible tools, which is the market standard. The tailstock spindle can extend up to 50 millimeters, which is fine so far. For larger pieces of wood, I sometimes used a tailstock extension or to give me some additional room for the tool rest, and this costs again in addition around about €30 or around about $35. The motor has an effective power of 2/3 horsepower, which is around about 550 watts. Looking at this motor power, it's not that much. If you're working on larger pieces of, let's say, hardwood, you need to go slowly. Cut small chunks and you have to take your time. Working time is a price you have to pay when you use a small and more inexpensive machine. The machine is not light for a mini lathe and has a gross weight of round about 33 kilograms. But you must make sure you have a solid, or better a very solid stand for the machine. A heavy workbench will work just fine. Looking at my solution, it is not ideal and it had more to do with my limited space in the workshop. But I used a concrete slab for the weight and I tried to make it as sturdy as possible. If I had to do it again, I would build a standard lathe stand with angled legs. The more stable your stand is, the less you will notice vibration. Using this lathe, you will feel a lot of vibration when you work with larger workpieces or when you start with the turning. Because then your workpiece is not balanced on the lathe. Because of the vibration, you have to use a lower speed or work with smaller pieces of wood. You should always prepare the workpiece so that it's round and it has an equal thickness, which is possible for blades and standard bolts, for example. But what if you have unequal sized workpieces, or if you're using eccentric positioning of the workpiece? So then you will have a hard time because of the vibration and the light weight of the machine. If you buy a mini lathe, make sure the tips of the headstock and the tailstock meet in the middle. If they do not fit, this is related to manufacturing failures, and it will also cause vibration during the wood turning. Let's take a look at different aspects using a mini lathe. The size of the workpiece here in this example has a typical size for a bowl on this type of lathe. I started with a blank of about 30 centimeters in diameter, and after processing the outer shape, about 20 to 25 centimeters in diameter remain for the finished bowl. Of course, the whole depends on the preparation of the workpiece and the condition of the wood. A jaw chuck is a great help for various work tasks and improves the whole machine. This of course has its price, but there is also the possibility of working with the supplied accessories, which is a little bit more complex and takes longer, but it will work at the end. Here's some additional examples regarding side grain and end grain wood turning on the lathe. Right at the beginning I turned a lot of softwood with the lathe and did a lot of side grain wood turning, which is no problem at all. Then I tried different types of hardwood for different workpieces. Here is a statue that I turned out of beech. Of course, you notice that the power of the machine is limited, but sharp tools and high speeds leave enough possibilities to achieve a good result. Here are some more examples to give you an impression what's possible with this machine. For example, a bowl made out of hardwood scraps, various candle holders, honey dippers, and there is a lot more. Here are some more examples. I would be happy if you subscribe to my channel. I will continue with woodworking projects and other topics related to modern craftsmanship. If you have additional questions Or if I left out important aspects, please let me know in the comments. I want to improve my videos and my YouTube channel overall, but therefore I need your help. I would appreciate if you let me know what are you thinking and what I can improve. What I have in mind for this channel, or what I'm interested in, is combining old craftsmanship techniques with modern technology. Therefore, my videos are related to different topics out of different areas related to modern craftsmanship, like workshop topics, woodworking projects, but also 3D technology like 3D printing or computer-aided design. Let me know what you're thinking about this. But back to my topic. Working with a mini lathe. Working with the mini woodturning lathe offers a wide range of possibilities for woodturning. You can experiment with different turning techniques and learn how to work with the different types of wood. Even after 3 years woodturning, it is still fascinating for me and has these wonderful moments when you hold your finished workpiece in your hand, like this bowl from a piece of apple wood. I hope the video was helpful and gives you a good impression of the possibilities working with the mini lathe. But the lathe is only the basis. Beside comes a good set of turning chisels and the one or the other additional tool, which will add a significant amount of money to the overall bill to enter this hobby. In my opinion, it's worth it. A mini lathe offers you a lot of possibilities and gives you a lot of freedom to work with different wood turning techniques and to work on a broad range of wood turning projects. So with that said, that's it for today. Please don't forget to support me on YouTube and like this video or subscribe to my channel. Have a good time and thanks for watching.